The vice president was left speechless. You wouldn't believe it, but this average guy is actually the most legendary race car driver in history. He is Miles, the superstar of racing. In Le Mans Crown Jewel race, he drives his Ford GT40. He defeated the red Ferrari that dominated for 5 years, almost winning Daytona and Le Mans in the same year. If you've lost faith and passion in life over the past couple of years, you absolutely must stick around for this story. Its conclusion will definitely leave you teary-eyed and might just change your life. In the 1960s, Ferrari had become the talk of the town, with founder Enzo spending every dime pursuing profit. This not only made Ferrari shine in the market, but also put the company in a financial bind. Thus, a Ford executive proposed acquiring Ferrari, yet this idea was greeted with ridicule from the vice president. Could it be solely due to the vast number of cars he had manufactured? Nope. It's because their cars serve as symbols of victory. Ford Roman 2 won at Le Mans. People simply want victory. Naturally, who doesn't want to be the admired champion? Ford Roman 2 immediately sent people out to buy Ferrari. They offered a whopping $16 million and promised to let the old man keep his racing passion. Faced with generous terms, the old man couldn't refuse but asked a tricky question. If I want to enter the Le Mans endurance race, but Ford Roman 2 disagrees, who do I listen to? The executive responded, of course, it's about listening to the leader. This meant Ford would completely strip Ferrari of its autonomy. The old man wasn't to be trifled with, and he exploded with rage. These guys are just a bunch of punks, thinking I would work for them. Ford Roman 2's face turned dark instantly, and he ordered to find the best engineers and drivers. Spare no expense to build the best engine. To make Ferrari suffer defeat in their most celebrated race, Le Mans. So the vice president found Shelby, a legend in the racing world and the only American to win at Le Mans. He retired due to heart problems, but never gave up his love for racing. Shelby wanted to refuse since Le Mans isn't just a casual race. It has 13.7 km of country road with unexpected sharp turns, no guardrails, and a non-stop 24-hour race. Talk about the extreme challenges. More importantly, the car needs to go over 320 horses, with stability and fuel efficiency. Immediately, he thought of his old buddy Miles, whose driving skills were unbeatable, but his temper was explosive. After WW2, he opened a garage but ended up selling his reputation instead of making money. Normally, he just fixed cars for others, but he wanted to educate those wealthy clients with their fancy cars. Your vehicle is perfectly fine. The issue lies with you. He always said a Ford Mustang would suit you much better. In the end, he not only earned little but also tarnished his reputation, so he kept switching places to make ends meet. Although Miles kept winning in his cheap modified racer, no sponsor wanted him. To make matters worse, when he came home with his trophy, he found out his garage had been shut down. His home was deep in debt, and at 45, it was time for him to find a real job. The very next day, Miles tossed all his parts and was ready to return to a mundane life. But just 2 days later, Shelby found him, especially when he heard Ford wanted to beat Ferrari in 90 days. Miles couldn't help but burst out laughing. What a joke. Ford's bureaucratic style is notorious. Even with unlimited funding, do you think Ford will build the car you want? After saying this, he turned to leave. However, Shelby didn't care, as he knew he and Miles were kindred spirits. There are things they simply have to do, otherwise they'll go crazy. So for Miles and Shelby, racing is their life's passion. That night, Shelby invited Miles to check out his newly designed race car. Miles pretended to decline. But when he saw that cool car, his desire was unmistakable. Then he jumped in the car and zoomed off. Miles was a true top-tier driver. Only after one lap he found flaws in the car. What else is there inside this car in front? Watching Miles dive back into the car, Shelby knew he had agreed, yet was unsure how to break it to his wife. When confronted by his wife, Miles could only give a vague answer, but his wife held her ground. With one hard push on the accelerator, whoa, that power is incredibly fierce. No, 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 hearing this news is truly astonishing. In fact, she didn't mind him doing what he loved. She just didn't want to be left in the dark, and she insisted that he gets paid for it. Thus, Miles was forced to live a painful life of driving race cars daily while making a mere $200. To tackle the excessive drag, they used an old method, covering the exterior with little bits of yarn. After that, they lightened the car by tossing out all unnecessary equipment. However, after completing a test drive, Miles discovered that the vehicle's performance actually allowed them to go even faster. However, further weight reduction would compromise the overall stability of the vehicle. So they indeed needed a more powerful and robust engine. They needed this brand new engine, which not only reduced weight but provided insane performance. Thanks to the combined efforts of Miles and Shelby, the Ford GT40 constantly set new records, but an accident occurred the day before the race. Want to know what happened next? Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned.